A few months ago, I met someone who dropped 20 grand on a surgical tech program and still couldn't find a job. I mean, she did everything right. Enrolled, studied hard, showed up every single day. But after graduation, she realized her school hadn't prepared her for what employers actually want. And the sad part is, she is not the only one. Look, we hear stories like this all of the time. People who start out excited about this career only to feel lost once the program ends. Now, if you are thinking about enrolling in a surgical tech school, this video might save you from that same exact experience. Because the truth is, you don't need to spend years or a fortune to get started in this field. We have seen so many people take a smarter path, and that is exactly what we will talk about today. I am Landon from OR Insider, and I am here to show you the fastest, most affordable way to launch your career as a surgical tech. Now, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which type of program fits your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle. Let's jump in. Now, let's quickly go over the 3 key requirements you'll need to become a surgical tech. Requirement number 1, proper training. Now, this is your foundation. You need real hands-on training that prepares you for the operating room, learning procedures, mastering instruments, and understanding sterile technique. Now, do not try to cheat this part because there are no shortcuts here. The right training sets you up for everything that comes next. Requirement number 2, certification. After training comes certification. The NCCT offers the Tech in Surgery Certified Exam, or the TSC, and it is what most employers look for when hiring. That certification proves that you have been tested, proven, and nationally validated. It is what separates those who are truly qualified from those who just completed a course. Now, the good news is a strong training program should prepare you for both the job and the exam. Requirement number 3, hands-on experience. Surgical technology is a clinical field. So real-world experience in the OR makes a big difference, especially when you are just starting out. But to get that kind of experience, you need solid training first. And it is the most important choice you'll make on this journey. When most people think of surgical tech training, they picture glossy brochures, smiling students in scrubs, clean labs, bright lights. And what those brochures don't mention are the serious downsides that make traditional programs extremely challenging for working adults. Problem number 1. The cost can be overwhelming. So let's start out with money. Now, depending on the school, tuition alone could range from $15,000 to $30,000. But that is just the beginning. You'll typically face extra expenses, textbooks, lab fees, parking, gas driving to campus, and if you're a parent, childcare while you are in class. When you add it all up, you might end up taking out loans just to make it work. And those loans can stick around for years, even after you've started your career. Problem number 2, semester start dates that don't work for you. Now, this is probably the most frustrating one. You were ready to start your new career, and then the school says their next program doesn't start for another 3 to 4 months. So you wait. Now, when everything runs on their schedule and not yours, that initial excitement fades fast. Miss that start date or hit a bump mid-semester, and you could end up waiting even longer to get back on track. Problem number 3, rigid schedules that control your life. Now, this part is almost ironic. As a surgical tech, you'll eventually have flexibility in your shifts and career options. But while learning about surgical tech, there is none. You are tied to mandatory lectures, fixed lab times, group projects, and exams that don't care what's happening in your life. If you are working, you are constantly juggling shifts and class hours. If you're a parent, you are missing time with your kids. And if you have other responsibilities, they all take a backseat to the school's demands. Miss a few classes because of a family emergency or work conflict, and you could fall behind. Sometimes far enough that you have to repeat coursework or extend your program. How do you get quality training without completely upending your life? Here is where things get interesting. There is actually a smarter approach, one designed specifically for busy adults just like you. It is called Online Surgical Tech Training. It gives you all of the core knowledge and skills you need to succeed, while letting you study when and where it fits in your life. With the right online training program, you can complete your training in months, not years. Learn from home, study on your own schedule, save thousands on tuition and fees. You might be wondering, are online programs actually legitimate? Will I really be ready for the TSC exam? And how will I get the hands-on experience hospitals expect? And look, these are exactly the right questions, and they deserve clear and concise answers. And that is why we made a detailed video walking you through everything you need to know about becoming a surgical tech through a modern, flexible approach. In that video, you'll discover how to get accredited, university-backed training completely online for under $2,000, what hospitals and surgical centers really look for when hiring, how to prepare for your TSC certification at your own pace, and how the proven preppy approach is helping working adults get ready towards a surgical tech career in as little as 4 to 6 months. Look, this approach has already helped hundreds of students across the country launch their surgical tech careers without student debt, without rigid schedules, and without putting life on hold. So look, if you are serious about becoming a surgical tech and want to avoid the costly mistake that others make, go ahead and watch that video next. You'll find the link in the description below, and I will also pin it down in the comments. All right, folks, that is it for today. If this video helps you see your options more clearly, please hit that like button. It really helps us reach more people figuring out their next step. And before you go, please drop a comment below and tell me, what is your biggest concern about starting a surgical tech career? Is it the cost, time commitment, or is it something else? We are genuinely curious here, and we read every single comment. And as always, until next time, this is Landon signing off. Take care.